Ah, Julian, my young friend, there you are. It's good to see you again. Eleanor was quite pleased with your work. She told me how you handled that pretty severe situation out there. I must admit I'm impressed. But enough of that, please dock with the Argon 1 and come to my office.
Hi, Julian. Have a seat. So, where to start? Right. You always wanted to know why I helped you out in the first place. I'd have told you earlier, but I wasn't sure. Hell, none of us were. And I didn't intend to spread false information, especially in this particular case. The thing is, I'm a very good friend of your father. I know, you've never met him and you probably thought he was dead or didn't care. However, I assure you, that's not the case. Ever since your mother left him, he's been looking all over for you. The thing is that you're very hard to pin down. I know, I tried it myself several times. You've always managed to avoid prison, just. So this time, we finally got our chance. At first, I wasn't sure, so I kept you in the dark. For a while now, I have to admit. I'm sorry about that, but believe me, it was necessary. This way, things will turn out best. For you and your father. Well, you might have heard his name once or twice. That's because he is, in fact, your current employer. Yes, that's right. Your father is Kyle Brennan, head of TerraCorp. I'm sure you've got a lot of questions to ask, but first, let me give you a quick overview of his story so you'll understand his side of the story. That'll make things easier for you. But anyway, I think your father can tell you much more than I ever could, so I'd better leave it up to him, unless, of course, there's anything you want to know right away. Julian, Kyle didn't become head of it. He founded TerraCorp many Yazuras ago. He did it as a way to fund his research. All these Yazuras, your father has yearned to build a technology that would allow him and others to return to his homeland. Of course he does, Julian, but it's really up to you. I talked to him a few Tazuras ago, and he asked me to send you over to the Gona Temple in the cloud-based Southwest system. Julian, believe me, your father really wants to see you. He's been looking forward to this for many Yazuras. Kyle, your father, has been on an important mission for a couple of Tazuras, but he said he'd be back at the Gona Temple by now. Just fly through the West Gate and twice through the South Gate to get there. I'll see you two soon. I've got to pay a visit to your father anyway. He's been terribly reserved when talking about his latest trips. Anyway, I wish you both the best of luck. Oh, before you head off, one last hint from an old space traveler. I suggest you call in at the local equipment dock before you leave for Cloud Base and buy a couple of speed upgrades for your ship. Goodbye, Julian.